Hey, this is C&D Channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for You. We're going to be doing our predictions for UFC 161, Evans versus Henderson. Used to be Burrell versus Wineland, but the card got changed, which happens on June 15th. Despite the changes, what do you think of the card, man?
This card's pretty good. I like they got a couple big card. I'm very excited to it. I got my boy, Nelson. I got Shogun. I mean, it's really good card.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, man. I mean, you still got a lot of name value here. Evans, Dan Henderson, Shogun, Nogueira, Nelson. Women's fight here.
Overrated Jack Shield, but anyway.
Yeah. Women's fight. Alexis Davis versus Rosi Sexton.
Pretty close.
Yeah, heavyweight fight with Pat Barry and Shawn Jordan. So you got a good card here.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's get right to it then. The main event has Shogun Rashad Evans versus Dan Henderson.
Yeah, my boy Dan Henderson. I know, Rashad Evans, amazing, quick fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I just like my boy Dan Henderson. Okay, pure emotional fight, but 9 out of 10 when I pick up Dan Henderson, he
lands the ace-bomb.
Yeah, he lands the ace-bomb, man.
Yeah. I got Rashad Evans here, man.
Every time you not pick up Dan Henderson, you know what happened, right?
Well,
Dan Henderson win.
Well, actually not in the Machida fight, but that was a stinker nonetheless. This is concerning, though. Rashad Evans is on a 2-fight losing streak. He got an upset loss in his last fight to Rogerio Nogueira. Before that, he lost to Jones.
I have to say, those 2 fights are tough fight. I mean, Jones is not easy. Nogueira. So, in a way, I don't feel like he is fade away. I just feel like he has a really tough opponent.
Yeah, this is a tough opponent too, and he's training at the Black Zillions right now.
That's why I'm not picking ever.
Yeah, Black Zillion curse right there. But he is a former UFC light heavyweight champion. He does have some pretty good boxing. His hands are fast. His wrestling's pretty strong and good ground and pound and top control as well. Yeah.
Yep, but I still think Dan Henderson will win his fight. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like look, it's Dan Henderson. I don't really need to talk about his style, but I'm gonna talk about his style anyway. 29-9 record, 13 KO, TKO, ace bomb, man, 2 submission, 42. But the training camp is pretty amazing. Disregard this guy has a strong chin, strong clinch, good offense. I mean, wrestling. Overall, it's very strong opponent, and let's not even talk about his striking in the hook.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? One thing you gotta say for an Olympic caliber wrestler, his takedown defense in MMA has not been great, and I think that Evans will take advantage of that.
Well, that's where Rashad Evans can surprise us by 2 things. One, it's a takedown. 2, it's Rashad have a compared to the Dan Henderson, his cardio is better. So I mean, if Rashad really utilize his wrestling and his cardio, I mean Dan Henderson can have serious trouble.
Yeah.
But once my ace bomb land on Rashad's face, man, KO, dude.
Okay, next right after that we have Antonio Rogerio Nogueira versus Mauricio Shogun Hua. This is a rematch actually from their Pride fight back in June 2005.
Fight never die.
Yep, where Shogun beat him by unanimous decision and one of the fights of the year, and actually a consensus top 3, MMA fight ever. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
Again, another very tough fight to analyze. Another emotional pick, Shogun. I mean, how can I not pick Shogun? Shogun never die. I mean, I don't care about what kind of Shogun it is. Of course, if you're rational thinking, we don't know who Shogun it is. We don't know what kind of game plan he's coming. I just like Shogun. Okay.
Or lack of game plan at times. Just brawling isn't really a game plan sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pick him just pure because of diehard fan.
Well, I pick him too, not just because he's a diehard fan. At his best, I mean, he's got a strong Muay Thai, good brawler. He still has a really good chin, and he still hits really hard.
And let's not forget he's a BJJ, you know.
Yeah, he is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but so is Nogueira. That's the thing.
I know. All I'm saying is, you know, this is not gonna be a Nogueira just gonna go over there and then submit him, boom, done. This is, you know, of course Nogueira has a much better than BJJ. All I'm saying is, you know, Shogun can, if this is a, you know, tough Shogun, he can protect himself a little bit, but his powerful striking can definitely, you know, do some damage.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the thing with Shogun. But one thing that's really noticeable is that his cardio seems to be lessening and just getting worse.
He's getting old, man. What do you want?
You know, he's actually only what, like 30?
What?
Yeah, I know. He's not. I mean, he's not very old. No, he's 31. He's not that old. It's just, but in fight years, the guy's 60.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
That's the thing. In fight years, the guy's 60.
Yeah.
Nogueira, though, isn't exactly a young buck either. The guy's 36, and honestly, kind of comes across. I mean, he's still a very good fighter on a 2-fight win streak. You know, trains at Team Nogueira. Strong boxing, good jab. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, also got a good chin. You know, I mean, he's very similar and yet very different from Shogun. You know,
I like Nogueira a lot. I think right now he's much more well-rounded. And he's very, very tough opponent to anyone out there, and especially his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu it's a top of the line. This is a tough fight, but I support Shogun.
Cool. The next fight after that, we got Roy Nelson taking this fight on short notice, fighting Stipe Miocic.
On my big country Nelson, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and Roy Nelson here too.
You know, black belt BJJ, big, you know, weight class, you know, definitely gonna smash you with his wonderful stomach all over your face, no. But,
yeah.
but you know, the guy can strike, the guy's self-promoted.
Man, that overhand right is just knocking fools out, dude. Knocked out Chuck Congo in his last fight.
I know, right, isn't it? I mean, Chuck Congo, last person I think you got knocked out a lot easy, but the Roy Nelson, boom, right there, game over. I mean, I admire the guy. I think, you know, just analyze his fight. I think, you know, his right hand, his BJJ black belt. His, you know, on the ground, his very quick. I know, right? Much like you say, much smaller than what he looked like. He's quick, he's efficient. On you know, on striking, he can take hit, he can deliver hit.
Oh, his chin is legendary.
Yeah. I mean, you would thought like guy is not even no offense, but he is not fit. Okay, you'll be like, okay, this guy I got to punch him a couple times, game over. No. He can take, dude.
Yeah, he actually, surprisingly, despite his stature and just what physically he looks like, his cardio actually isn't too bad. He can actually go 3 rounds relatively well.
Yes,
I mean, he gets weaker as the round goes, but like he's still there. He's not huffing and puffing too bad sometimes.
Look at his weight class, right? How can he not get gassed out? I mean, again, I pick him.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's not sleep on Stipe Miocic. He's still a prospect for heavyweight. 9-1 record. His only loss is his last loss against Stephen Struve. 7 of those wins are by KO or TKO. He's 30 years old. Trained at Strong Style Fight Team. He is a good boxer, solid boxer, and he actually has some wrestling accolades as well. I mean, he has a good combination of wrestling and boxing.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I definitely think he's a great prospect, and I believe he will shock us by, you know, winning this fight. But overall, you know, big country.
Yeah. I mean, I think Nelson will take this too. Even though he's taking the fight on short notice too, I still think Nelson.
Dude, that guy, I'm telling you, man, when he self-promote himself, he take a short notice in a day off, dude.
Well, next, right after that, we have more heavyweights as Pat Barry fights Shawn Jordan.
Oh, what do you got this one?
You know what, man? I'm going to go with HD Pat Barry.
Wow.
I like the Savage Shawn Jordan.
Let me quiet you. Why?
Pat Barry, you know, he trains
I'm
at
not
the
saying he's
academy.
not good, but why?
This guy's strong leg kicks, man. He's
Okay.
one of those guys that can win by TKO via leg kicks. Heavy hands, drops guys good.
Definitely. He would he's calling me right now, tell me that stop talking about him.
Really? Okay. I'll stop talking about him, but he does have heavy hands.
Well, I understand. He definitely gonna kick somebody to the leg, they become blue. But on the other hand, you know, I don't know. I think Shawn is pretty good. 14-4 records. You know, I mean, 10 KO, TKO. I mean, I don't know. I mean, overall, he's well-rounded as well. You know, I think he's well-rounded. I think this will be a good fight. I mean, definitely those two are pretty close.
Yeah. I think age-wise, I mean, Pat Barry's in his he's 33, where Shawn Jordan's still 28. And despite Jordan's loss to Chuck Congo, he came back, beat Mike Russo, controversial win.
Well, he's a heavy-handed guy, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Really athletic. I mean, this guy weighs like 240, 250. He's doing backflips, dude. Standing backflips, you know. I mean, he's a huge man, you know. The other thing is, too, he's still a prospect. 28 years old. He's not a bad fighter. Trains at Jackson's. You know, a guy like Pat Barry, I think he's just a little better of a striker, and his grappling is improving.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, like you say, you know, Pat Barry is great. It kind of make me second doubt it, but I just think, you know, the Shawn Young has a heavy-handed, you know, and the well-rounded, athletic, you know, I think he got a shot over there.
Cool. Next right after that, we had the women's fight as Alexis Alligator Davis fights Rosi the Surgeon Sexton.
I mean, obviously, we talk about this many times. I have to emphasize again. Why is the woman always have like amazing, you know, nickname? Oh my God! Yeah. I mean, we got again, alligator.
Yeah, alligator.
And what's?
Well, Rosi Sexton. She is authentic. She has like a PhD, and she does work in the medical field, actually.
Well, anyway, I mean, if you say a guy is a surgeon, I think, oh my God, that guy is gonna beat me out. You say a girl is a surgeon, not too bad. Let's go. Who do you got?
Dude, I say it all the time. I think Alexis Davis is the most well-rounded fighter at 135,
I agree with you.
And arguably the most well-rounded female fighter in women's mixed martial arts. I gotta go with Alexis Davis to win this one.
You know, the guy training at Caesar Grace.
The guy?
The girl. I mean, sorry. The way she fight, okay, I'm telling you, you take some.
Oh, she's a savage, man.
You put her in the same weight class with a guy, she can definitely pick on some fight.
Man, I remember that Shayna Baszler fight, dude. I mean, Baszler's all bloody. And then she like takes her back and like chokes her unconscious. I mean, it was like brutal, like yet beautiful at the same time. And I was like, dude, beautiful. This is just like, this is pretty like, this is crazy. I mean, she's just I
have no problem to learn BJJ with her. But anyway,
BJJ, look at all the accolades she got here.
I know, you know, black belt, BJJ black belt, you know. Strong body control, well-rounded. Again, this fight, I mean, just let me again realize how talented she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, man. She's good off her back, too. She'll go for triangles and arm bars, work a high guard. Mm-hmm. Her striking's not bad either. It's not the strongest, but it's not like she's, like, incompetent. It's not... Doesn't look super bad or anything. She does have a good chin too. You see the fight against Sarah Kaufman, for example. That was a great fight. One of the things with Rosi Sexton that's against her, she's on a 3-fight win streak, 35 years old, but she usually fights at 125. Mm-hmm. I mean, she is going to be undersized in this fight. You know what I mean?
Yes, and you know, again, like I get back to the, you know, Alexis, I mean, her back control, it's very, it's great.
Oh man.
Especially with Rosi. Now Rosi is undersized, and I mean, obviously Alexis is stronger in this case compared to weight size. I can see, she take on the back control and really utilize that against this fight.
Oh, yeah, I mean she's a seasoned Gracie fighter too,
Yeah,
so
she's a Gracie fighter.
she fights at a really good camp, good training partners, Leslie Smith.
This should go knock on her door. Can you please teach us how to fight?
Yeah, man, but yeah, got Alexis Davis for the win.
All right, next one.
Well, next one, it's the prelims, but I heard that this card might be a six card main card, so they may actually change the setup for this.
Really?
For this, I'm not 100% sure yet.
If they put it on Prelim, they kind of downgrade the Jake Shield. Well, not say Jake Shield, so.
Or Tom Woodley, yeah.
Yeah.
So he might get bumped up for all I know, because I know they're supposed to do 6 card main card. But yeah, I'm not too sure. But as of right now, as far as what I know, he's in the prelims. So let's get right to it.
It's kind of sad to see Jake Shield on Prelim. I mean, not to emphasize, lately I just haven't seen anything impressed with Jake Shield. He's old-time champ before. I mean, great BJJ. I mean, being emphasized how amazing, everybody being emphasized how amazing he is in the ground. I don't know. I still give him one more chance. Don't come into it. I don't think it's necessarily a good decision. But look overall, 27-6-1-1 record, not too bad. 3 KO, TKO, 10 sub, 2 lost by KO, TKO. 34 years old, black belt BJJ. I just don't understand his strategy sometimes. His game plan really off.
Oh, he's just relentless getting the takedowns,
But if it doesn't work,
the
third time, I'll try something else.
Well, his striking's kind of crappy, but
the trainer striking a lot of fighter who has a really crappy feel, a good fighter, you see them being trying to improve. Jake Shield's striking still not so good.
Yeah, it looks awkward. It's very not strong. It's effective because of volume, but it's not effective in power.
Yes.
I mean,
it's who's the other guy who just dish you a lot of volume and hopefully decision we say, oh, good job, but really you can't do the pillow fighting style in the UFC. It doesn't work.
Well, he is fighting Tyrone, the Chosen One. He changed his name. It used to be T-Wood. Now it's the Chosen One, Woodley. 11-1 record. 2 wins by KO TKO, 5 wins by sub. 31 years old, trains at ATT Evolution. Strong wrestler. His wrestling background is incredible. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is good, and his boxing is getting better. He does have a really strong overhand right, as he knocked out Jay Haran in his last fight. And before that, he did knock down Nate Marquardt when they fought. With his overhand right as well. I think that I'm going to pick Woodley to win this one.
I agree. I mean, even though I pick Jake Shield, because again, this whole fight, I just going to explain myself. This whole cause, the UFC 161, you see me pick a lot of just old-time favorite, okay?
Well, Jake Shield's not my favorite.
Well, old-time, my old-time favorite, okay? I pick Shogun, which most likely not gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen. Now I pick Shield.
I think he'll win. Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, hopefully, but definitely gonna be better Shield. But I just feel like if Shield can find his return, of course. I mean,
if he can get to the ground.
But then another problem is Woody is really good at wrestling. If Jake Shield gonna go the same method, cookie cut style, 3 times, 4 times, I don't think it's gonna work. But for some reason, for some amazing reason, on the ground, Jake Shield got the top control.
Pass his guard.
Amazing thing might happen. And I just cross finger for that.
Okay, well, let's get on to the next fight after that then. Sam Stout fights Isaac Valley Flag.
Well, let's go.
You got Stout, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. You know,
He's a good fighter, right?
Solid fighter, yeah, for sure. But you know what, man? I'm going with Valley Flag. I keep doubting this guy.
Come on, dude. I mean, pick something the same thing Western people wants. Jesus.
Okay.
Why?
Isaac Valley Flag, 14-3 and 1 draw. 5 wins by KO or TKO, 3 wins by sub.
Mm-hmm.
5-fight win streak. He's 35. He's big for the weight class. Big, burly dude. I mean, seriously, you want. Technically, on a technical level, this guy's not very good. I mean, like, honestly, he's not a guy that you look for in technique.
But on size and strength wise, it's different story.
And just pressure. I mean, the guy just keeps pushing forward. You watch his last fight against Eve Edwards. I mean, it's not that like Isaac Valley Flag had better striking technique than the master of like jiu-jitsu. It's that like he had a lot of pressure. He'll take one to give one. You know, he does have some good wrestling himself. His stand-up's like good. You know, it's not great by any means, but you know, he's just a guy that'll keep pushing forward. He'll throw strikes, maybe even grind you out if he needs to, and just make the fight really tough. That's why I think he'll do that to Stout. What do you got, Stout, man?
Well, I mean, it's still a tough fight, but I think it's still. I mean, the good thing about Stout is let's talk about his record: 19, 8-1 record. I mean, I hope in the future when we say a record, it will be pop on your screen. But anyway, record's not bad at all. The good thing about Stout is he has a good defense. You know, I mean. The guy has a good takedown defense. So I mean, you know, your guy can come try to grab whatever. I mean, it's not gonna be a big deal. Okay. Striking wise, you know, it's good kickboxing. You know, good kickboxing. Distance wise, we keep you away. Grappling is still improving. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people are trying to improve. Grappling wise, he's improving. I think overall, he has overall it's not too bad. But one thing I definitely want to bring out is he got strong chin.
Oh man,
right?
Dude, there's so many fights where this guy, not just a strong chin, strong skin.
Yes.
Because I've seen this guy go to wars with like Spencer Fisher, and Spencer Fisher's all like messed up, dude. And he probably landed more strikes on Stout, and Stout looks fine. he looks like he just like woke up or something. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, Stout is all freaking iron everywhere.
Yeah, it's really surprising. He just has a really good chin.
And then the good thing is he got a good will too. I mean, you know, he can be in the bone war with the other fighter and take a lot of you know, the hit. He doesn't look like he's mentally damaged. You know, he's just gonna go there, Iron Man, just keep hitting me, and then, you know, I mean, that's why I think it's still have a good advantage on this one. Cool.
Okay, next fight after that we have light heavyweights as Ryan Jimmo fights Igor Pokrajac.
Igor Pokrajac.
Yeah, man. I got Ryan Jimmo though, man. He did, you know, he lost his last fight against James Tuhuna, but I think he'll come back, man. Well, here's the problem. Trains up like Zillions. but
you said that. I was gonna troll you on that, but you said it.
No, I mean Jimmo, you know, he has that karate style stand up. His stand up overall is good. I mean, he almost head kicked KO'd James Tuhuna. And he's good in the clinch as well.
But his training camp, what's wrong with his training camp?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. You know what? Okay. The thing with the Black Stallions is they do improve fighters, especially in the striking.
Yes.
And striking, you notice almost like Mitrione, just Evans, everyone has improved striking.
Yes.
It's just the ground. Like I never see improvements with a lot of guys on the ground with the Black Stallions. And overall game planning, I don't see it very well with the Black Stallions. I think that's the big problem with them. They're good if you want to improve your striking, especially your kicks. Like everyone has like good head kicks now in that camp, like or just good kicks now in that camp. But just the other aspects of MMA, I don't know. You know, you don't see big improvement in those other aspects, except for striking. Their striking actually does. That camp does help striking.
Well, I mean, Igor on the other hand, it's not like he's gonna bust out amazing wrestling, grappling, and the BJJ. I mean, I don't say he doesn't have it. All I say is the guy has a super heavy headed hand and a good kickboxing, very strong kickboxing, by the way. And then overall, I mean, I won't say anything about submission particularly because I don't know his background but not. But if you look at his record, 25-9-0-1, 13 KO, TKO, 8 submission. So without knowing his background, the guy can submit people too.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just say my heavy hand is not working. I'm pretty sure my submission can play a very, very carefully. Then he will win this fight.
Cool. Well, on to the Facebook prelims then. We have Eve Tiger, is it Tiger? I think it's Tiger. Eve Jabouin versus Dustin the Disciple Peg.
Eve Jabouin.
Eve Jabouin.
Eve Jabouin. Do we even need to say anymore?
Okay, Dustin Peg, I like the guy. Good guy. He's just a good guy.
18-year record.
His record's 11-7.
Oh yeah,
it's not that great. He's on 2-fight losing streak. He's 25. He's a good guy. Stand up. His jiu-jitsu not bad, but nothing special. He's a guy who'll take a fight on short notice. He's a good guy.
He's a good good worker.
Good worker.
But if your brain, man, I mean, talk about 18-year rigor and then 11 KO, TKO. I mean, one sub, but I mean, the guy's record just much more shy. I mean,
well, he's 33. Trains at TriStar. You know who else trains at TriStar, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. GSP, man. I mean, seriously. You train with guys like GSP. You train with guys like Roy McDonald.
Especially, and you saw all the YouTube how helpful GSP is.
Yeah.
Imagine you train in the same camp. I mean, you tell me GSP not gonna come over here. Hey, let me show you something, right?
Yeah. He has some proven grappling too. You know. Good kicks. I mean, this guy will hit like spinning back kicks as well,
which is very fun to see.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, yeah.
Okay. Next fight after that, we got Shawn Pearson versus Kenny Robertson.
Shawn Pearson. Next.
I got Kenny Robertson.
What's
good wrestling? Good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, good leg locks. In his last fight against was it Brock Jardine? He hit like a real this really crazy leg lock where
that's pretty cool.
This hyperextended guy. Why do you got Pearson?
Dude, Pearson, man, 2-5 win streak. Well, how many 5 win streak do you have? That's what I thought. Good boxing, good wrestling. I mean, again, I like the guy who can have a good boxing, also wrestle. I mean, this means that you can keep a distance, you can keep a personal range. Also, you can go for long. So it's great, and then also 13 and 6 records. I mean 6 KO, TKO, and 4 submission. That shows me he can submit people. I mean, obviously there's 3 KO loss, but it's still new,
Yep. Okay, next fight after that, we got 2 guys pretty identical. They're Brazilian. Mainly Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners, as you have Mitch Clark versus John McGuire.
Who do you go?
I go with McGuire.
I go back to the next. Okay, next.
I will say this with McGuire. I mean, he is making his first cut to 155. They're both on 2-fight losing streaks.
Yeah.
They're both primary Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners. Clark, out of 9 wins, 6 wins are by sub. McGuire, 18 wins, 10 wins are by sub.
So it's more same style, I mean, just who is better. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And finally, we got Roland Delorme versus Edwin Figueroa.
I feel this is another similar situation.
Oh, I mean, one guy has
I mean, style is different, but I feel like those two. It could be either way.
They're both lower T, in the ladder.
Ladder, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Roland's good. I mean, A101 record, 2 KO, TKO, 6 submission, definitely a finisher. Okay, 29 years old, good chin, good BJJ. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, Edwin Figueroa. I'm gonna go with Edwin Figueroa to win this one. The 9-2 record, 6 wins by KO, TKO. See, I got the knockout wins and
I
two
got
stops.
a submission guy.
Yeah, it's actually reversed. So yeah, Edwin has 6 wins by KO TKO. Roland has 6 wins by sub, but then Edwin also has 2 wins by sub. But Roland,
I got 2 wins by KO TKO.
Yeah.
So it's just a grappling guy versus the standout guy who gonna win.
And then Figueroa, really good kickboxing, heavy hands. Grappling's not the greatest, but I'll go with Figueroa to win this.
Well, now since you bring that out, even though it's heavy-handed, but you have to understand, Roland have a good chin. But my grappling is 10 times better than you, so that's
Cool. Let's recap, man.
All right, who do you got?
Got Rashad Evans versus Dan Henderson. I got Rashad Evans.
Dan Henderson knocking out.
Okay. Antonio Rogerio Nogueira fights Mauricio Shogun Hua.
Shogun.
Yep, Shogun here. Okay, Roy Nelson fights Stipe Miocic.
Big country, Nelson.
Yeah, big country Roy Nelson. Pat H.D. Berry versus Shawn the Savage Jordan.
Shawn the Savage.
Yep, I got Pat H.D. Berry. Okay, got the women's fight as Alexis Alligator Davis fights Rosi the Surgeon Sexton.
Davis.
Yep, Alexis Davis. Okay, on to the prelims. Jake Shields fights Tyron the Chosen One Woodley.
Dude, Jake Shields, come on.
Tyron Woodley. Okay, Sam Stout fights Isaac Valley Flag.
Stop.
Okay, I got Isaac Valley Flag. Ryan Jimmo fights Igor Pokrajac.
Igor.
Okay, I got Ryan Jimmo. Okay, on the Facebook prelims, Eve Jabouin fights Dustin Pegg.
Eve Jabouin.
Yep, Eve Jabouin. Okay, Sean Pearson fights Kenny Robertson.
Sean Pearson.
Okay, Kenny Robertson for me. Mitch Clark fights John McGuire.
Mitch Clark.
Okay, John McGuire for me. And finally, Roland Delorme fights Edwin Figueroa.
Roland.
Okay, I got Edwin Figueroa. So that's pretty much it for our predictions for UFC 161. If you have any comments, just link below. Any final thoughts, my man?
I mean, it's fun. Overall, it's pretty fun. You see, we have a lot of energy on this fight because it's interesting fight.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of criticize as well. But I want to say is thank you for people support me. I know you guys have all these comments. That's amazing.
Where's Dave, right?
I know, right? I don't know where have I been. I have no idea. You would know on the next episode.
Okay, well, thank you guys very much. That's MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.